Yes. hmm there's probably some questions about the condition of my probation. Yeah. Where it was ordered that I should follow the protection order that Clallam County issued in 2011. Yeah. Where I was not given any notice or opportunity to be heard. Yeah. Now, quite possibly the United States territory of Guam might take into consideration what is an order. An instruction for a person to follow a request for certain objects, to command, to demand. True. Now, you issued a protection order, yes, because of my wife's allegation of domestic violence and child abuse, because of the vested powers of the police department of the United States territory of Guam, where they interviewed me, yes, questioned me about all of this, yes, and they decided to charge me with the crime of domestic violence and child abuse. But well, um, let's just say that in the way that diversion is worded, yes, I actually wasn't charged with domestic violence or child abuse. The whole point of the diversion program, yes, though there's the allegation, there was no supporting evidence of that. My wife didn't have any physical bruises. No. My children were not abused. Yes. There was nothing other than a bad word that was said. Now, after having been evaluated, both drug and alcohol evaluation, yeah, and the whole idea of me being abusive because my wife wanted to use half the welfare, yes, on the morning of July 2nd of 2011, and I disagreed with her. I would say, yes, that the order of probation, yeah, was that I was to not violate the restraint provisions of the probation, yes, known as my personal recognizance. Now, probation means that you're under supervision, and it's called unsupervised supervision. Now, let's say that there's an allegation of you violating the conditions of your unsupervised probation. Yeah. Well, you allege that on May 28th of 2012, 4 days after my wife filed for dissolution of marriage, let's go ahead, that I had violated the restraint provisions of the protection order that was issued in Clallam County without any due process to myself. Now, probation, yes, the early release of lawbreakers who must be under supervision. Now, considering, yes, the 1 year probation, which meant that I was under supervision, as soon as I was deemed, the verdict was pronounced. The jury had decided, yes, I was not guilty. The arrest was expunged. Yeah. The conditions of the unsupervised probation was expunged. Yes. And the idea that I have to follow the order of the protection order that was illegally issued, yeah, was expunged. Now, the order of the conditions of my being able to travel back to Washington State, yes, was that I was to obey the order, yes. But as soon as I was found not guilty, the requirements of the order from the Romanian court were satisfied, yes, and there was no additional requirements to obey the order. I'm going to sue you for this. You have illegally issued court orders without any of the enforceable laws of the state of Washington being enforced. My probation ended when the verdict was not guilty. Yes. The obligation to obey the protection order ended at that time and that date. Yes. The order to obey the protection order ended at the time of the expungement of the order of supervised visitation. unsupervised probation. Now, as a court, right now,